Hi everybody, how are you guys doing today? As you can see from the title, I am here today with a declutter video. This has kind of been a long time coming. I constantly declutter. If I decide at any time that something needs to be cluttered, or needs to be decluttered rather, I set it aside and then I wait until I have, enough to talk about with you guys, and then I do a video. But this has actually piled up a little bit. It's mostly because in the past few days I've been in a decluttering mood and I actually was able to make some decisions about some things. I have a couple like little boxes full here, although there are some things I think I could easily talk myself into keeping, which I'll try really hard not to do. Okay, but first maybe let's start with some palettes. Okay, so these first two that I want to mention, I'm decluttering just because I'm keeping this palette. This palette by Juvia's Place is an absolutely incredible metallic gold neutral palette, and I don't need anything else like this. If I'm going to be reaching for a look like this, this is the palette I'm going to reach for. So in that case, I am going to declutter my Beauty Bakery Proof is in the Pudding eyeshadow palette. And honestly, the shades, while pretty, they just don't have the same beauty, you know? I mean, obviously, someone might enjoy a less metallic look, and sometimes I do enjoy that as well. But when I'm going for colors like this, I really do enjoy the metallics in the other palette. So as pretty as this and cute as this little palette is, because look, every single shade is named after some sort of pudding: nana pudding, spice caramel, chia pudding, rice pudding. I really think that's fun and cute. But I think I have someone in my life that will enjoy this more than I am, and I do want it to be enjoyed. Look, I've barely touched it, so this one is getting passed on. Along the same lines, this little quad from Oriza, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I got this in Ipsy, and I think this actually was an amazing little quad. It's just tiny, I just love it, and the shimmers are actually really beautiful and intense. Like, it's just really, really nice. But the truth is, once again, I don't need this. I have my Warrior palette, and I tried to talk myself into it a little bit just because I really do like it, saying, well, you don't really, you could travel with this, but who's going to be traveling at any time in the near future? I feel like if I do any traveling, we might go camping, and I'm not going to be bringing along makeup. So I want this to go to someone who will actually use it. I might ask my sister, in fact, if she wants this. So this will be moving on. This next palette hurts my heart. This is the Warrior 2 by Juvia's. This is an all matte palette, and it is absolutely beautiful. I bought it because I thought it was gorgeous. The mattes that Juvia's Place have, they are so smooth feeling, like they are just lovely. But the problem is a lot of these shades are really, really dark. There's only a few shades in this palette that I would reach for, and even the ones that are like, and I'm looking at some of the lighter shades, like this one, for instance, I just don't wear that type of warm tone very often. So let me quick show you those mattes. What fingers did I use? But look at that orange, isn't that pretty? So the shades in it are really, really nice. I really enjoy the idea of an all matte palette. I do use mattes on their own a lot, but I just don't think I'll be using these colors. So I want it to go to someone who will love it and enjoy it. But that makes me so sad because I really do think it's beautiful. Okay, next let's do like eyeshadow singles, and I actually have quite a few in here. So I recently just reviewed these Essence Melted Chrome eyeshadows. I tried really hard not to keep as many of them as I ended up keeping. I ended up keeping 6 of them just because I couldn't help it. But these are 2 I decided I didn't need, so these will be getting passed on. They are really pretty. I mean, I can link the video up here for a full review of these. I have a ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. This is in the shade Millionaire. Oh, I guess I didn't even tell you what the shades of those from Essence were. This one is Copper Me, and this one is Platinum Nights. But this ColourPop Shadow in Millionaire, it's still really nice and soft. It's not dried out at all. And the only reason I'm getting rid of this is because I'm keeping one of those Essence Melted Chrome that I like a little bit better. I actually put one on each eye, and there's Millionaire. I put one on each eye, the Essence one and this ColourPop one, and asked my husband to pick the one he liked best, which honestly, I don't know if I can trust his opinion because he doesn't really care. But he happened to choose the one from Essence, so this one we passed on to a friend because I definitely don't need both of them. I also decided that I don't need these little Naked Cosmetics pigments. They are really, really pretty. I just got one of them. Here, I'll quick swatch them for you. This one is nude number 3. And this is nude number 2. So you can see they're both really beautiful shimmery shadows. And if you use your brush wet when using these, they're absolutely incredibly metallic. They're just so cool. But the truth is they're just kind of taking up room in my stash. I honestly don't have a lot of room. I try to keep it pretty minimal when it comes to, you know, things like this. I only keep ones that I really, really like using. And these I just don't reach for. So as beautiful as they are, I will be passing them on. Same thing with this single shadow from IBY. This is one of the coolest, I think most unique shadows in my collection. You can see there, it has a chocolatey brown base, but flecks of like a greeny gold in it. It's super unique and pretty. Okay, in my collection, it's super unique and pretty. I feel like if you're really into indie shadows, you probably have something like this, because indie shadows have the best shadows, but I'll quickly give you a swatch. Yeah, it's so beautiful and it's really, really blendy. I just don't wear dark, shimmery shadow like this hardly at all. I've decided that no matter how pretty that is, if I'm not gonna wear it, it needs to be passed on to someone who will enjoy it. So this cute little compact, I didn't say what this was. This is from IBY Beauty. This is the Lush Eyeshadow in Fire and Ice. So I'll be passing this on to a friend. I had another friend declutter her makeup products and give me a few things. And one of these was this NYC New York color. I hadn't seen like this brand in a really long time. This is a sparkle eye dust in the shade Smokey Topaz. This is another one that is absolutely incredibly beautiful. Like, it is so pretty. Putting a swatch in the back of my hand here. But I just don't think I'll reach for it. Like, it's this kind of this purpley one here. I just don't think I'll use it, and I'm just trying to be realistic here, so that one will be passed on as well. Then I actually have some more singles in little packages, so I'm not really going to take them out. I tried to really take care and put them in there without putting my nail in one of them, although I think I failed on one occasion. But this is the one that I feel like I could easily talk myself into. This is the shadow in, I think it's called Peach Harvest. It just came in my Sydney Grace warm mystery bag unboxing, and it is so gorgeous. I put this on my eyes twice just to experience, like, I feel like it's a very sultry, like it's one of those shadows that immediately gives you a lot of depth and like immediately gives me a feeling of like, ooh, romantic dinner type like makeup. And I'm talking myself into it, keeping it again. But the problem is, once again, it's more of a dark shimmer, even though the shimmer is really, really awesome. It's just not a shadow that I could see myself wearing more than once or twice a year. I'm trying not to keep things like that. I'm allowing myself some fantasy makeup. A girl has to have fun, but I try not to keep too much. So I'm gonna pass this on to someone who I feel like would use it more often. There's a couple more shades from Sydney Grace that I just didn't think I needed. This is a dark gray one. I'm trying to remember if this was Boss Babe or one of the other ones, but it's just like a dark charcoal gray. And then this other one, this is the one that I accidentally put my nail in. This is a incredibly beautiful metallic, like dark blue black. Like, it is so, so pretty. But once again, same reason with this. It's just a dark shimmer. I won't use it. It's so pretty though. I could easily hang on to that just for swatching and the happiness that comes with it. I have one Makeup Geek shadow to pass along as well. This is just like, it's like a dark, almost black shadow. This is the shade Down to Earth. I couldn't believe I still had these packaging. I kind of surprised myself there, but I managed to find one of these to pass along this shadow as well. Okay, these also came in those Sydney Grace mystery bags. These are glitters. This is the glitter in Fine Arts, and this is the glitter in Elegant Lady. Like I said in my mystery bag unbaggings, I do not wear glitter. In fact, glitter is banned from the house because of its incredible ability to live on forever in the couch cushions and such. So this will be moved on to someone else's home where hopefully they will enjoy it. Okay, I'm seeing a couple more items in this particular box that I still really want to hold on to. I'm having a really hard time decluttering them. I'll save them till the end. Let's move on to this other box. So this little box, I do have a couple blushes in here. So this is the Ofra and Madison Miller blush in Sweet Stuff. Let me quick wipe off my hand so I can swatch this for you. This is a really, really pretty blush. And the only reason I'm getting rid of it is because I have another blush that is very similar in tone, and I like both of them, but the other one is much smaller packaging. and it fits better in my little blush drawer. So this one is bigger, so that's why, you know, this one was chosen to move on. But I really think, I look forward to passing this on to a friend and seeing what they think of it. It's just a really beautiful blush. I think it'll look good in a lot of different skin tones for people. So that's being passed on. I'm also going to pass on my e.l.f. Jelly Pop Flush Blush. This is in the shade Berry Pop. I really tried hard to make this work for me. I finally did figure it out using, you know, like a tiny amount and a stipple brush and just being really, really careful. But I just, even though I finally did figure it out, look, I used just a tiny amount and it turned out to be so shimmery. Even when it's sheared out, there's a lot of shimmer left on the skin. Can you really see that? I don't know if you can, but kind of look at that finger. That's just that Jelly Pop blush. There's just so much shimmer in it that I actually find it kind of hard to work with. So I feel like I can't decide if I'm gonna pass this on to someone else or just let my daughter play with this. This might be fun for her. I'll ask her if she wants it. We'll see. That same friend that gave me that really pretty purple eyeshadow, she also gave me a foundation. This is from Pure. This is the 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Longwear Foundation and Concealer. I've heard amazing things about this, but unfortunately it's way too dark for me. I had to laugh when she gave it to me. I was like, girl, you think I have more color in my skin than I do. I'm very pasty. But I will be passing this on to a friend that I think it might work for. Okay, one last thing from that same friend. She gave me this Maybelline Superstay 24-hour liquid lipstick. This is one of those that has a liquid lipstick over here and a balm on this side. This is a really pretty color. I think it's in the shade Unlimited Raisin. It's a tiny print. I like really focused to be able to see that. But look at that color. It is so rich and so beautiful, but it's just too dark for me. So I'll probably be giving that to like the same person that I'm giving that foundation to. Hopefully that will work for them. Quick wipe that off before it stains. Okay, now I come to some lipsticks of mine that I need to get rid of. So this is a lippy stick from ColourPop. This is in the color Brink. This is one, I think I ordered it online. Yep, I ordered it online, and when I got it, I was actually really disappointed in the undertone of it. If you look at it, it looks like a lot of the same lipsticks that I already have, but I feel like on my lips, it pulls more orangey, like it has more of a yellow undertone, and I really don't think it's flattering on me. I kept trying this, and every single time I would see myself in the mirror, I was like, no. So while this is still under a year old, I want to pass it along to somebody. Here I have a little mini liquid lipstick from Smashbox. Did I declutter this in one of my last declutters? It's entirely possible. I'm gonna have to go back and look. I'm sorry if I just didn't pass this on and it ended up staying in my declutter box. I can't remember. But this is the Smashbox liquid lipstick in Babe Alert. I feel like I have decluttered this before. And did I just end up keeping it? I don't know. It is finally getting decluttered this time. This is the color here, and I just don't wear a lot of liquid lipstick anymore, so I feel fine passing that along. Same with this one from Laritzi Cosmetics. This is in the shade Title. This, I don't know if I even feel comfortable giving to anyone. I've had it for quite a while, and I felt like it was just time to retire it. Yeah, this one is probably one of the few items that I think is too old to give to anybody. Well, it still smells okay. I don't know. I'll have to ask them what they think. Okay, these next two items I actually really like, but I bought a new lip product, which I will haul here at the end of the month, and I unintentionally duped a couple items in my stash. And I'm like, you know what? I do not need all of these. So I decided to keep my favorite one, which happened to be the newest one that I purchased. But the color, it was the same one as this Revlon Ultra HD Vinyl Lip Polish in Birthday Suit, I think this is what it's called. Yep. And then also this Half Caked Super Glazed in Semi Charmed. While they all have, you know, slightly different formulas, they are all this very opaque, kind of like a liquefied lipstick. Like, it doesn't dry down like a liquid lipstick does, but it's definitely not sheer like a gloss is. And you can see it's more of a cool toned purpley color. And I definitely don't need several different versions of that in my stash. So that was the Revlon one. I'm gonna swatch this one from Half Caked. There, you can see they're not exactly the same, but they're pretty close. And in reality, if I'm gonna reach for that color, I know I'm gonna reach for that new product that I bought. This one is very scented as well, which is not always my favorite. So, but these are barely used. This one especially is pretty new. I got this in Ipsy just a few months ago. So I'm happy to pass these on before they get old, although it makes me sad because I do like them both. And I have a thing for lip products. If I could keep everything and use it all up before it goes bad, I would. But my goal is to try and use my things before they go bad. So I just know I don't need these. It hurts though. Okay, here's one item that I'm actually gonna have to throw away. This is my Arrow Enhance little waterproof eyeliner. This is one of those eyeliners that's supposed to make your eyes look bright. It's kind of like a very light pink. I used this in a panning project and I decided that I really dislike it, and I've also had it for a really long time, so it's time for this to go. All right, I also have a couple skincare things to pass on. These are masks. This is a peel-off mask from Black, and I've decided that I'm trying to avoid peel-off masks for the most part, especially ones that are really intense like this one. So I'm gonna pass this on to someone who might enjoy it. Here's another peel-off mask. This is the I Do Care. Oh, I've got stuff all over it. The I Do Care. This is the Disco Kitten one. This is the one that looks really, really fun. It's like this shiny, it's kind of hard for you to see in there, but it's got like iridescent sparkles in it. It's very different for a face mask. And I found that as fun as it was, I couldn't really get into it. So I'm gonna pass that on. Maybe I know maybe some teenage girls who might have fun with this. Okay, and now we come to those products that, oh, I don't know if I wanna get rid of, but I truly don't know where I'm gonna keep them. And that's one of the reasons why I want to declutter them. So these are the highlighters that came in my Sydney Grace bags, and they're so gorgeous. And at the same time, I just don't use products like this. I've got a lot of suggestions on how to use them. You know, use them on top of like a blush topper, use them just as plain eyeshadow. And while I could do that, I just don't know if I want to keep these really big loose powders around, you know, just for the occasional eyeshadow look. So this is Black Tie. Oh, it's so pretty, isn't it? Oh, that's so pretty. That one came in the Cool Tone bag. And this one is called Sweet Peach. Now, this is the one that I was just raving about in my last video because it is just so pretty. I mean, just look at that finger with the peach on it. It's so pretty. The truth is, I would not wear these as highlight. They do have quite a bit of, I would say, micro sparkles in them, but it is there. It's mostly just very shiny, and I appreciate like a wet looking highlight. So but they do have some glitter, very small micro shimmer, but it's there. Now, so if I were to, especially in the peach one, I feel like, maybe not so much in the purple, but if I were to keep these, it would just be as eyeshadows. And to be truthful, I have a lot of eyeshadow that I really enjoy, including purples and peaches. Okay, I have to make a decision. Okay, the truth is I don't need these. That's the truth. They'll just take up space and I'll use them once in a blue moon and really enjoy it, but otherwise they'll just sit there. I want them to go to a home that will love them all the time. So I am going to declutter these. Oh, it's sad. But okay guys, that was my declutter. I have quite a little pile over there and I'm happy about that. I feel like I've got a little more breathing room in my collection. But I'm excited to pass these on to people. I hope that the friends that I pass them on to can find some joy in them. Hey guys, editing Shinrel here. For some reason, I forgot to like close out that video. I don't know if I got distracted by something happening and then forgot to go back. But actually, it's a good thing I didn't because I have one thing to add. This is my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Nude Ivory. I love the finish on this. This is the original one, not the dewy. This worked really well for me, but it makes me break out. Like I tried using it over and over again, like on different skin days, and it's definitely this that's making me break out. So if I can find a fellow very pale person that I can give this to that is willing to try it, I don't know, I'm hoping I can find someone. Also, this is my gigantic Hoya. I call her Phyllis. Okay, bye!